Hey, hello out there. Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you and welcome to our Lunch and Learn. Today, we are going to talk about episode 49 is our 7th decision. I'm so excited. So I'm going to wait a second here. It's just going live here online, so it'll be just about 5 seconds or so. And if you can tell by my voice, I have been sick, so I apologize for not getting to you guys who are here live. I'm surprised. I'm so sorry for not getting you that 7th decision on Friday, but I was very, very sick all weekend, and I am back and ready to rock. So today we're going to get right into it. 7th decision. This might be one of my favorite ones too. I still think I like the open or decided heart the most, but this is a good one. This is the 7th and final, and then we will reveal the book. I'm sure some of you have figured it out already. But the 7th decision for success. Oh, before I get into that, just make sure that you always subscribe, youtube.com/Create Wealth with Tara, or just go to YouTube and search Tara Wilson Lunch and Learn so you never miss an episode. I always, every two or 3 days, I get all the episodes on there. I think we have 47 already there, and feel free to share them. It's free MLM training, open for anyone, anywhere in the network marketing industry, or anybody that's just basically an entrepreneur. Okay, so the 7th decision for success. Oh, this is my favorite one. I will persist without exception. And wait till I read it, and then we'll talk about network marketing. Knowing that I have already made changes in my life that will last forever, today I insert the final piece of the puzzle. I possess the greatest power ever bestowed upon mankind, the power of choice. Today I choose to persist without exception. No longer will I live in a dimension of distraction, my focus blown hither and yon like a leaf on a blustery day. I know the outcome that I desire. I hold fast to my dreams. I stay the course. I do not quit. I will persist without exception. I will continue despite exhaustion. I acknowledge that most people quit when exhaustion sets in. I am not most people, right? You are not most people. Say this you're just going to say this in the first person, right? As you hear this, say this to yourself. I am stronger than most people. Average people accept exhaustion as a matter of course. I do not. Average people compare themselves with other people. That is why they are average. Ooh, ouch, like. That is why they are average. I compare myself to my potential. I am not average. I see exhaustion as a precursor to victory. Oh, you're going to love this one, I'm telling you. How long must a child try to walk before he actually does so? Do I not have more strength than a child? More understanding? More desire? How long must I work to succeed before I actually do so? A child would never ask the question, for the answer does not matter. By persisting without exception, my outcome, my success is assured. Ooh, I will persist without exception. I focus on results. To achieve the results I desire, it is not even necessary that I enjoy the process. Listen closely. It is not necessary that I enjoy the process. Listen very carefully to that. It is only important that I continue the process with my eyes on the outcome. An athlete does not enjoy the pain of training. An athlete enjoys the results of having been trained. A young falcon is pushed from the nest, afraid and tumbling from a cliff. The pain of learning to fly cannot be an enjoyable experience, but the anguish of learning to fly is quickly forgotten as the falcon soars toward the heavens. A sailor who fearfully watches stormy seas lash his vessel will always steer an unproductive course. But a wise and experienced captain keeps his eye firmly fixed upon the lighthouse. He knows that by guiding his ship directly to a specific point, the time spent in discomfort is lessened. And by keeping his eye on the light, there never exists 1 second of disencouragement. My light, my harbor, my future is within sight. I will persist without exception. I am a person of great faith. In Jeremiah, my Creator declares, "For I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." From this day forward, I will claim faith in certainty of my future. Too much of my life has been spent doubting my beliefs and believing my doubts. Ooh, I gotta repeat that. Too much of my life has been spent doubting my beliefs and believing my doubts. No more. I have faith in my future. I do not look left or right. I look forward. I can only persist. For me, faith will always be a sound guide rather than reason, because reason can only go so far. Faith has no limits. Ooh, I gotta put a little note by that one because we gotta talk about that. I will expect miracles in my life because faith produces miracles every day. I will believe in the future that I do not see. That is faith, and the reward of this faith is to see the future that I believed. I will continue despite exhaustion. I focus on results. I am a person of great faith. I will persist without exception. Oh my gosh, I don't even know where to start. Oh, this is so good for network marketing. And by the way, this is not a network marketing book. I don't think this gentleman has ever been involved in network marketing. There was no references to network marketing. So if you guys haven't figured it out, this is The 7 Decisions by Andy Andrews. The book is called, oh, it's backwards. It's called The Traveler's Gift. And this has been by Andy Andrews. It's a New York Times bestseller. The 7 decisions that determine personal success. And what the cool thing is the 7 decisions are great, but he really weaves this in, and you get to meet historical figures, real historical figures. Like he talks to Christopher Columbus and Anne Frank, the Diary of Anne Frank, and Colonel Chamberlain, who won some battle. That literally, like, read the story at the end of the book. It talks about how one school teacher who was thrown into battle, Colonel or Captain or General Chamberlain, he was losing one decision to not give up. The other people, the rebels, didn't know he was coming during the Civil War, and they thought they had beaten him. And when they saw him rush over the wall, because he just said, "We've got to keep going, because if not, we will die," the rebels had no idea. They dropped their weapons and ran, and that won the Civil War. We wouldn't even be a United States without that decision. Like so one person's decision, this is a real decision, by the way. This isn't fake. This is, some of the things, obviously, nobody traveled through time talking to all these people, talking to, what was the first guy? It was a president, the guy that decided to drop the bomb on Hiroshima. So these are all real historical figures and decisions that were made that literally changed the world. Literally impacted millions or billions of people. And everyone's, always thinks, hey, I'm one person. I can't possibly make that much of a difference, but you can. And in network marketing, when I just decided to join almost 10 years ago, not knowing anybody in another country, not knowing anybody that ever done network marketing, not knowing anybody that would even say yes, I did it anyway. And who knew that, within 5 years, 7 years in the industry, I would have a team of literally hundreds of thousands of customers and distributors in 12 different countries. You don't know. And it's like, I like it says the athlete does not enjoy the pain of training. I don't enjoy getting rejected. I don't enjoy, time away from my family. I don't enjoy the ridicule that comes along with network marketing. I don't enjoy getting hung up on or ignored or quit on or mocked. All the great things that come with any business, right? I was in mortgage business, and I was the #1 funder in my company, and the underwriters hated me because I always challenged them. I said, no, this loan is good, and I didn't challenge a non-worthy loan. My juice here, I'm juicing my way to health here. This is beet juice, cucumber. I made it in my kitchen. Beet, cucumber, ginger, celery, and lime. Ooh, what a great cocktail, but it's helping. So nobody enjoys all the awful things that come with success, all the nights away. I did a thing one day, I'll have to review it, a college football player or a professional football player, the tens of thousands of hours a quarterback and has to throw that one ball. Like, you guys all think like, oh, Aaron Rodgers, who went to Cal, by the way, that's my Cal degree. Woo, go Bears. He was a Bear. The amount of times that Aaron Rodgers has thrown those passes is thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of them. Do you think he liked not being able to go to the fraternity party? Do you think he liked having to get up and travel and, get up at 8 a.m. and train and work out and burn and, pull muscles and be tired and have to sacrifice? Of course not. But look, I mean, he was in the playoffs. He nearly made it to the Super Bowl, right? And he makes that pass look seamless. Everyone's like, oh my gosh, Tara, like when I'm on a three-way call, oh, I wish I could talk like you. Well, you will when you've talked like me, when I've done it every day for 10 years. And, I've been in my company for 16 months. Every day for 16 months, I have told my company story at least 1 to 20 times. So when you tell my company story 1,000 times, 2,000 times, when you tell your company story, when you tell your story and your company story, thousands of times, you will sound like Aaron Rodgers looks or Tom Brady looks, because you will have done it that many times. So persisting is knowing that you're going to have to keep the eye on the results. So in network marketing, it might be a certain income level. It might be a certain rank. It might be a certain, whatever it is to you, that will be your end goal. And you have to know that you're going to have to persist. Faith is knowing that it's there even if you can't see it. The great, one of my trainings, I apologize, it's one of the very few ones I did. It's called the Corridor Principle. Watch the Corridor Principle. It's one of my early lunch and learns, probably one of the first 5. Let's see, I can find it for you guys real quick. Look at this, the power of the internet. I'm on Facebook Live. Let's see, YouTube, Corridor Principle, Corridor Principle. Let's see if I pop up. Let's see if I'm that good. Oh! Type in Corridor Principle. It's episode number 5. And what that says in a very short, because I really want you to watch it, is that you don't have to see the entire corridor. Like, your success is a long tunnel, and most people stand outside of it and they can't see, what's inside of it. They can just see, oh, my mom might buy from me, my brother might buy from me, oh, the guy at work, oh, this person needs this product or technology. But you don't see the whole corridor. And the success principle says that you have to keep going down that corridor with faith that there will be doors and windows opening up. See, because the 3 people that were referred to me in my first company, that were my 3 legs that got me to one of the highest ranks of the company, earned me a multiple 6-figure income in my first year of network marketing, were 3 people that were referred to me by 3 people who did not join me. They were my friends and family. So we talk about persist without faith. With faith, yeah, you better love that. Go watch the Corridor Principle. It's amazing. You'll love it. It's the true story too. So an athlete, think of a boxer. Think of all these world champion boxers and UFC fighters and all these people, how many punches they have to have in the face, the hours of training and running and muscle burning and icing and just feeling like tired and defeated. And when you get knocked out, like what's her name, Rhonda, whatever her name is, got knocked out in live television in like 2 seconds, like how humiliating. But you know what? She still makes millions of dollars, right? Or she still makes a lot of money. I think it was Muhammad Ali that said, when I was holding my championship belt, not 1 second did I allow, my brain didn't go through to think about the punches and the pain and the anguish and the sacrifice. I just knew in that moment that I was a world champion. So I want you to think about that. You will persist until you succeed. Faith is knowing that if you keep doing the right activities constantly and consistently with the right attitude, while you're growing your skill set, while you're growing your mindset, while you're growing your leadership, while you're growing your mind, your personal development, you will continue to have success. And the more you get better, and I'm a huge advocate of personal development. I do it every day. In fact, I was up with a light of my phone because my husband was in bed. He was mad that I was reading, finishing this book. Like, I'd already read the 7, and then there was a couple chapters tying it all together, and I was literally reading by the light of my phone in bed, and I finished this whole book last night, and oh my gosh, was this an incredible book. And now I'm on to my next one. I don't know what my next one's going to be. Probably this one that someone sent to me. My company, my corporate team for Christmas sent a bunch of people a book, so I'm probably going to read this. This looks good. Real Leadership. 9 simple practices for leading and living with purpose. So we'll probably see some of those upcoming in the Lunch and Learn. So bottom line, guys, is you have to continue down the road. You have to continue and know that the people in your network right now may not be the people that you build a legacy with. Some may not. But it's continuing doing the right things, the activities. Because remember, I always say this, if you know 100 people who know 100 people, that's 10,000 people in your second generation. And if they know 100 people each, that's 1 million people. I've never, ever, oh, Bethel, it's The Traveler's Gift by Andy Andrews. And it's the best, one of the best books I've ever read in my whole life. In fact, in the very end, it talks about how Gabriel, there's an angel in the book, I won't ruin it, but he says, when you take these 7 gifts home, you must read the first one every day before you, right when you wake up and before you go to bed, every single day, read the entire gift for 21 days straight. And then when you have committed that to heart, do it. So I'm going to do that. I'm actually starting today. I'm going to read the first one every day when I wake up and every day before I go to bed for 21 days consecutively. Talk about neuroprogramming. I know we've done some lunch and learns on that and how you can overwrite your files of everything that has been programmed in your brain without your permission all of your life. You need to overwrite and put new files in, because the more files you have in your brain, the less likely you are to fall prey to some ridicule or some buddy mocking you or somebody saying something stupid. So I'm going to read a couple things that I highlighted last night when I was in the dark with my phone reading. This is a good one. All men are driven by faith or fear. One or the other, for both are the same. Faith or fear is the expectation of an event that hasn't come to pass, or the belief in something they cannot see or be seen. So faith and fear is that you're thinking, okay, so you're starting your network marketing business. Faith is that it's going to work. And I have faith if I keep doing these, following the system and talking to people and, talking about my products and services, talk about my opportunity. Faith is that I will get here someday. Fear is also something so you have faith, right? That it'll work. And fear that it won't. Fear that you'll fail, you'll quit, you'll get ridiculed, you get mocked. But here's what you need to know is that they need to be on the same road, right? The road to success, it's not success or failure. The road to success and the road to failure are the same road. You must keep going through failures before you're going to get through success. But a lot of people think I either fail or I succeed. But the opposite of success is not failure. The opposite of success is mediocrity. It's being exactly where you are because you have gone nowhere beyond that. So you have to have faith and fear have to be in the same road. You have to keep going through, and you can be scared and you can be scared and faithful at the same time. You can know that this is going to be scary, but I have faith that it's going to work. And that would be the ultimate because that's realistic. Let's see. A man of fear lives always on the edge of insanity. A man of faith lives in perpetual reward. Oh, reason. Don't worry about reason. Oh, the people that come in with all their great reason. But what if you talk to everybody in the world? Or what if this happens? Or what if, right? Reason is going to keep you in mediocrity. Reason can only be stretched, but faith has no limits. So you and your reason, while you guys all sit there, some people, and sit there and dissect and criticize and wonder if it's going to work, while you're thinking that I'm putting in thousands of people. While someone else is thinking, debating, should I do this? I'll put in thousands of people, right? Because I have faith, and faith has no limits, but reason is limited. Successful people, often considered strange. I am very strange. Are you strange? If you're strange, I want to love, because I'm very strange. I'm crazy. Successful people often considered strange, pick their way through life, ignoring and not hearing negative expectations and emotions. It's funny because sometimes I just don't hear it. I just don't care. Like sometimes I'm just oblivious to all the negativity around me, which is fine because ignorance, my friends, is bliss. All right. Consequently, they accomplish one great thing after another, never. Oh, this is good. I gotta tell you this. Successful people accomplish one great thing after another, never hearing what can't be done. Oh, so while your Uncle Joe is saying network marketing doesn't work and only a few people succeed, and you have to get to the top to make money, and nobody's going to want your product, and that's crazy, it's too complicated, your science is too complicated, your technology is too complicated, or da-da-da-da. While somebody is doing that, successful people don't hear it. If you are hearing it, it means you are not focused on where you're going. You're still going to get dragged down by other people's opinions, and only mediocre, average people are dragged down by people's opinions. Don't forget that. So you will persist until you succeed. And I promise you guys, I would definitely recommend getting this book, because, I read them, but we'd have to translate them. It'd be 5 minutes to get this book. It's $10 or whatever it is. Andy Andrews is amazing. And read them. They're a couple pages each. Read them every day. I'm going to do that every day for the next, 21 days is 3 weeks times 7 decisions. For the next 21 weeks, I will be reading a decision every morning before I go to bed and every night. And I'm going to be thinking about it. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to be overwriting files. And I'm going to continue to be bulletproof and continue to dull my hearing, to have selective hearing for people who are not going to serve my purpose. Remember, there's another one I did, I don't know, somewhere back in episodes, talks about the definitive purpose. And if you know where you're going and you know why you're going there, then nothing can stop you except for you. You have to have faith that you will get there no matter what. And so it doesn't matter how long you take. It doesn't matter how many detours or obstacles or objections. It doesn't matter how bad life gets in the way. Just never stop going. Like, I'm on a mission to help people get healthy through products and education, and I'm going to spend the rest of my life doing that, and I'm going to spend the rest of my life creating entrepreneurs in that space that I can have an exponential impact. That is a definite purpose. That is a passion. That is what gets me up every day and gets me excited to do what I need to do. That's what gets me through the hits. That's what gives me childlike faith. That's what gives me all the stamina and the motivation I need, that I don't need a song of the day, a quote of the day. I don't need my upline to call me. I don't need anybody to call me. I don't need any contests. I am motivated by my passion. I am motivated by my purpose. And a person with passion and a person with purpose cannot be stopped. So I want you guys all to say, I will persist without exception. And I hope you enjoyed the 7 decisions. This was my favorite 7 lessons of all. These were so incredible. So get the book, The Traveler's Gift. And for those of you who are in my company, know that Andy Andrews is actually going to be a speaker at our convention in April. I cannot wait to meet him, because I will meet him. I will find a way to meet him, and I will have him sign my book, and I will let him know that I have trained this to thousands and thousands of people, and I've encouraged him to buy his book. So go read it and share it. John Maxwell says, you do not get the lesson. The lesson does not go into your heart, into your mind, until you give it away. And that was one of my selfish motivations for learning the Lunch and Learn, is because I can't stand learning something and keeping it in. When I learn something, I have to give it away, meaning I have to give it to somebody. I want to bless someone right away. I used to read something and I call someone like 11 o'clock at night. Oh my gosh, get a pen and paper. You're not going to believe what I just read. Even in my early days, I have a passion for wanting to just relay the coolest information to people that I believe that really can help you take your business and your life to the next level. So thank you guys for listening through the 7 decisions. Please share them with your team, and don't forget to subscribe. Tomorrow is episode 50. Oh, I better bring a good one to episode 50. I'm going to dig deep into my Tara files, and I'm going to get an amazing episode 50. It will be it'll be good, and it'll be relevant. So stay tuned tomorrow. Thank you guys. And don't forget to subscribe, youtube.com/Create Wealth with Tara, and have a beautiful day, my friends. Go forth and be successful, and don't ever stop.